Hey guys, it's Jaylon. Welcome back. I'm here today to share with you my update for my Pan That palette. This is a project that was originally created by Amber F, but the theme that I'm doing this year was created by, well, within the Pantastic Ladies Collab Facebook group, and it was specifically created by Jessica Lee. And the Pan That palette theme we are going with is Size Matters. And I went with a quad, which is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Quad. And this is in the shade Rust. So before I show you what my palette looks like, I will pop up a picture of what it looked like last month. And here is how it's looking like now. So you can see there are some changes here for sure. Now, probably the one that stands out is this weird, like, what is going on with this brown shade? I'll share with you what I did with that in just a minute. Now, I also have some frankened shadows because I did take this orange shade here, Rust, and I frankened it into 3 different shades. I'll show you what those look like here in a minute. But let's talk about the shadows in here. So this shade here, which is base, the pan in here has significantly grown. I like to use this pretty much, I didn't just get shadow on my face, did I? I like to use this pretty much every single day as a starter shade in my crease. So it has grown, the pan has grown significantly. I don't see myself having any problems finishing that shade. I really do love it. It's a beautiful shadow, beautiful color. To be honest, I don't think it really goes with the orange, but that's my personal preference of how I would use that color. So as you can see, it's very, very close to my skin tone, but it does lean pink, which is why I don't think it really goes with the orange shade, but you know, whatever. I really do enjoy it. And then I did hit pan in this shade here, which is highlight. And I hadn't really started using it in the, from the first month. I guess in my February update, I really hadn't used it that much, but one of my franken shades in my last update, which I will link in the cards, fell out of the pan during the update. So I ended up having to repress it. And I did pull some of this shadow into that pan. I mixed it up with this and maybe more of this. Now I can't remember. I think I did use some of this shade. And I added Duraline to that as well, because that formula was very, very difficult to pick up. And because previously when I pressed it, I added, what did I add? Glycerin. And it was very difficult to pick up. So then I added some Duraline, and that helped a bunch. But when I added, I think I added 1 too many drops of Duraline. So I just added a bit more matte shadow to help make the consistency of that shadow a bit better, which it's like a world of difference. But in order to make that shadow work, I ended up adding a bit of shadow from these 2 shades. So it ended up working out really great. But that really helped me in working through this. And then, of course, as I used it throughout the month, I did hit pan. I do use this pretty much on my brow bone to highlight after I've set my eyeshadow primer. So anyway, that's how I've been using it. So I did hit pan in that. Now, this brown shade, I have been using it. There was a tiny dip, like a teeny tiny little dip. But I did end up digging a large amount of the shadow out today to add to another one of my franken shades because it also started crumbling. So let me share with you what my franken shades look like. This has been like an experiment for me, this frankening business. It's been fun. Okay, so I do have 3 frankened shadows. Now the first one, this is my lightest one. This is the one that shattered on me last month, and this is what I ended up doing with it. So this is what it looks like now. I think previously it was probably a bit more orange. I say that, and I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe it was a bit more orange. I think it feels like it's more pink now. So I'll give you a swatch. I feel like brush swatches with these do better versus finger swatches. So there it is. Now it buffs out a much muted color than this, but it's really pretty. I am wearing all of these shades in my eye look today. It's so pretty. It turned out really pretty. I am very happy with this. And I feel like it blends out so much better than the previous version that I had. So yeah, so that's that shadow. And then the second shade I have, this one I haven't had any problems with so far. This is how this is looking. So no pan on this one, but you know, it still works really well. Oh, well, I just said pan. A big one too. I guess it was a very thin shadow. You just saw pan on camera as I was swatching. So there we go. So, you know, we're progressively getting a little bit darker. So this is typically my second crease shade. And I really do I think this is beautiful. I think I mixed this with a little bit of, what did I use? I used some pigments from the Colored Rain palette, the Vivid Pigments palette, and I also used Red Ochre from ABH. So that's that shadow. It's really nice. And then the one that I ended up repressing today is the third shadow, the darker one, and this is what I came up with. So what I ended up doing is I crushed what was in here, what was left in here. It started to crumble. I had some pan in this. And then as I was using it throughout the month, it started to crumble. And I just decided to break it all up and add that brown matte from the palette in and a drop of Duraline. So that's what this is looking now. I pressed it earlier today, and I'm thinking by now it should be dry. So let's see. I don't know what this looks like. Oh, it turned out pretty good. So that's what that looks like. Oh, I like that. Okay, it turned out great. So those are the three mattes that I have frankened. And I was kind of like, I don't know what to do with this brown matte because it was so tightly packed in there. I was struggling with it. And I kind of thought that I may end up frankening that shadow. So yeah, so that's my color story in addition to that pink and the white, well, cream matte. So those are the 5 shadows that I currently have in this palette. I'm happy with that. It's nice. So, you know, for me, this was kind of an experimental palette fun. I don't know. I may end up taking this brown and doing something different with it too. I don't know. I mean, it's a fine brown. It's very pigmented, very, like I said, packed in that pan. But it's a lot darker than the shade here that I created. So I'm not sure what to do with it. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like that or if we're going to do something else. Not sure. So anyway, that is how my Pan That palette is going. I mean, like I said, I used it today and it's really pretty. It's kind of like I need a quick eye look today. This is what I'm using. And that's really how I've been using it. And I've been enjoying it that way. It's a go-to palette that way. Now I can't take it with me traveling, unfortunately. But luckily my work travel is stopping. I have, I think, 1 trip potentially planned in April as of right now. But other than that, I don't have any work trips planned in the immediate future. So right now I'm kind of homebound for the next at least month or so. Okay, I do want to share with you how things are looking with my little baby Pan That palette. I've been working on this for several years. I don't think I ever mentioned this, but I started, well, maybe I did a long time ago, but I started this baby Pan That palette after seeing Paula at a Beauty Guru made me do it. She was my inspiration for this. And I started this baby Pan That palette last year. I'm going to clean this palette while I'm talking about it. And I, you know, kind of use this palette here or there. This is my little MAC Duo, and it's the Extra Dimension eyeshadow. And this duo has Just Gleaming and Snow Dusk. So here are my two shades. And this one is Just Gleaming and this one is Snow Dusk. Now, I'll throw a picture if I can up here in the corner of what these look like previously. I really have not used Snow Dusk. I've been focusing really all of my attention on this one here, which is Just Gleaming. And I pretty much use this almost every single day in my inner corner. There aren't many days that go by where I don't use this in my inner corner. I was trying to clear out this corner over here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that corner over there. I don't know what it is, but that shadow does not want to budge. It's like, I think because this is glued in the pan, I would have to potentially take, I don't know, I would have to dig it out of the corner, and I'll probably do that once I get the majority of it out of here and I'm just scraping what's left, because with my brush, I cannot get it. I will go in there and I'll go in there. And I mean, I've literally tried to clear that out so many times. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to start working on the rest of the sides here. So I am now working my way down this way. Wait, this corner. That's kind of what I'm doing now. So I don't know if there's that much progress since my last update. I feel like there is, but yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. So I don't really have any goals on this. I'm just, you know, using it every single day, and I don't have to use a lot because, like I said, inner corner and a little bit on my brow bone, and that's it. But I'm just, you know, enjoying it. It's so pretty. I love it. So anyway, that is I was going to say short video, and I'm at least, I think it's at least like 15 minutes or 12 or something. I don't know. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you are doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. I don't foresee myself. I don't see myself having any problems. I kind of feel like this is my, well, I guess I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. This is, no cats. Where are the cats? Sixter. You know what? I'm going to bring them to play. Bye. Wait, no. Hold on. Oh, you caught it. Look at that. Oh, shoot. Look at you. Oh, Milo's here too. Look at Milo. There's Ziggy. That's like a poster. They're so cute. What are y'all doing? Oh, I ruined it. All right, he deserves that. Okay. That was fun. It's cute. Okay. Okay, bye.